have recently been to some very icy countries, and there I saw some things with which we are not familiar because we don't belong to such places and we don't even go there frequently. And one of the surprising things that I saw was an experience during one of the air flights that I took there. And there, when I was looking out of the window, my seat was right near the wing, actually right on top of the wing seat. That is the one that I got. And there, when I looked out, I saw there was a strange vehicle with a long robotic arm kind of a thing with which it was spraying something on the wings and also on the top of the plane. And it took me some time to realize that it was actually cleaning up the ice, the frost that had accumulated over the plane. So I shot some videos and that I thought that I must share with you, all my viewers. And I read about it and even investigated what it was actually and why it is so necessary to remove the ice that accumulates on aeroplanes. So here is the video, please enjoy it.
In places where heavy snowfall is common, planes often get buried under several feet of snow. But before they can take off, something crucial needs to happen: de-icing. Why is this process so important? What happens if a plane isn't de-iced? And how does de-icing actually work? Let's dive into the science behind it. Let us find, why do planes need to be de-iced? To fly safely, an airplane needs smooth wings to generate lift. But when ice and snow accumulate on the aircraft, they disrupt the smooth airflow, making it harder for the plane to take off. This increases drag, reduces lift, and can even lead to a dangerous stall. That's why de-icing isn't just a routine procedure. It's a life-saving necessity before takeoff in cold weather. Let us see what happens if a plane takes off without de-icing. History has shown us the dangers of neglecting de-icing. In several tragic cases, ice-covered wings have led to accidents. Even a thin layer of frost, just as rough as sandpaper, can reduce a plane's lift by 30% and increase drag by 40%. The data comes from studies conducted by aviation safety organizations, including NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, FAA, Federal Aviation Administration, NTSB, National Transportation Safety Board. These organizations have conducted wind tunnel experiments and real flight tests to analyze the effects of ice and frost on aircraft performance. That's a recipe for disaster. That's why aviation authorities have strict rules about de-icing before takeoff. It's all about passenger safety. Let us understand now. How does de-icing work? So how do pilots and ground crews fight the ice? The process is called de-icing and anti-icing, a two-step procedure that ensures the plane is safe for flight. Step 1. De-icing. First, heated type 1 fluid, a mix of propylene glycol and water, is sprayed on the aircraft. This quickly melts and removes existing ice and snow. Step 2. Anti-icing. Next, a thicker type 4 fluid is applied. This forms a protective layer that prevents new ice from forming before takeoff. Pilots must take off within a strict holdover time, CHOT, the period before the anti-icing fluid loses its effectiveness. Do you know there are other de-icing techniques too? Like, some aeroplanes have built-in de-icing systems like heated surfaces on wings and engines, pneumatic boots that break ice-bleed air from engines to prevent freezing. With these advanced technologies, aircraft can stay safe even in extreme winter conditions.
So there was a time when people had to do all this work manually. They had to actually walk on the wings and shovel the snow off, or even climb on top of the roof of the aeroplane and then shove it off. And there could be some discrepancies could be there because there could be some areas where the snow would go in and settle, which it is not supposed to settle. So all those risks were there. But these days everything is so wonderfully mechanized. This de-icing process is a very important process not only for safety of the aeroplane but also for the safety of the passengers. To ensure a smooth, safe flight, de-icing is necessary wherever there is accumulation of ice on the planes. And I hope you all found this video interesting. My editor tells me that I must ask you all to please subscribe to my channel if you have not done that so far, like and also share, and please write what you think about it in the comments below.